right?
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Not that we're cliche at all here at Breakfast Television. Thought we'd just drop that on you. Jason Priestley.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real at Breakfast Television.
Welcome, Whistler Film Festival Ambassador Priestley.
1990 called it, wants its theme music back.
Right.
Still a great track that takes us back, but hey, let's talk about last night. You had a bit of a late night, but for a good reason, supporting things on a local scale.
Yeah, we were having a big fundraiser for the Whistler Film Festival. This year's going to be the 14th annual Whistler Film Festival, December 3 to 7 up in Whistler. So we're all very excited about this next season. It's going to be a great year up there.
So you live down in LA, but you're often here at home.
Yeah.
You know, your family's here and whatnot, and you've got the family, 5- and 7-year-old. You said
a 5-year-old daughter's 7-year-old daughter, 5-year-old son.
Yeah. So busy. When you come back to town, what's your favorite place to go, thing to do when you miss home? Is there one thing you do whenever you get back here?
Wow, you know, there's a lot of things I do when I get back here. You know, the one thing that I love to do when Vancouver's a really exciting food destination now, and there's so many great restaurants here in town that I like to visit. And actually, I was at one of them last night. We were at the Blue Water Cafe last night, and I love the Blue Water. So we were there last night, and it was a great night.
Good spot to hang out. And I know you were hanging out with the Package Deal crew. Season 2 coming our way here on Citytv, and taking on the ambitious role of a weathercaster, Jason Priestley.
Well done. I like your little doggy too.
Yes, and as you can tell, I'm not doing a very good job. I played a weathercaster on the show, and I had a lot of fun over there with those guys at Package Deal. It's a very funny show, and a bunch of really funny, talented actors over there. Yeah, I had a good time over there. It's a great thing now that here in Canada we seem to be doing more live audience, multicam, sitcom, American style sitcom shows, because those kind of shows are really good, and they're we have a lot of funny, talented actors and writers up here that can write those style of shows, and those shows seem to travel really well. And I think it's a good opportunity for us to explore that kind of comedy up here.
Did you enjoy the frenetic nature of Harland taking take after take? We've had him on a couple times. We love him.
I've known Harland for a long time, but we've never worked together before, so it was a lot of fun to get to work with him. You guys have seen, it's as crazy working with him as you imagine it to be.
Yes. Comedy is hard to do. Watching a guy like Harland Williams, he really keeps things unpredictable. But how do you do it as an actor? You come in, how do you nail your lines? What do you do to memorize and be ready when you're on set?
That show, they shoot it very quickly, and I just memorize stuff. I've been doing it for so long that I just read things a couple of times, and they seem to just stick in my head. They don't stick there for very long, but they're there. They're there for just long enough for me to utilize them, and then I download them and I upload something else.
That's a talent, though.
Yeah,
that's a talent.
Yeah.
And you probably got a little bit of that from your drama teacher mother.
Yeah. Well, yes. My mother was a drama teacher at Sutherland High School for a time back in the 70s and early 80s, maybe. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but yeah, we were talking about that backstage.
Yeah, I've got a couple of friends who were in her class and loved her.
Yeah.
So you've had so much success. Obviously, we dropped the 90210 on you. You've done a lot of auto racing as well. You've kind of stepped away from that since having kids, or has it just been? Because you were right in. You had that serious accident.
I was a professional driver for 11 years, and I had a lot of success and had a lot of fun. Had a lot of crashes, like everybody else. But yeah, no, I've stepped away from racing for the time being, because I've got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, like you said, and I'd rather spend my weekends with them than at a racetrack, because when I was really racing a lot, I was 30, 32 weekends a year at a racetrack, and it's you miss a lot of other life, because you have to be that committed to racing, and certainly at the level I was at, it's a full-time job.
Well, you stay busy not only with family, but with the diversity of projects you take on. I think we have the tweet about you watching your buddy Ian Ziering in Sharknado 2. I want to bring this on screen because there's a lot of interesting projects that come up, and I'm sure someone of your caliber gets pitched some just creative project. Here's the tweet. tweet, OMG, Ian Ziering just landed a shark on top of the Empire State Building, just like the Zeppelins were supposed to do. What did you think of that? Because, I mean, Ian worked with you in 90210 when your buddies are taking on projects, and what's maybe the craziest project you've ever been pitched on?
Oh, wow.
That's
you know what?
question.
That is a good question. You know what? I get pitched crazy projects all the time. What's the craziest one? That's a very, I can't even think of one
You're
right
going to have
now.
to tweet at us.
I'm
When
gonna
it hits
have to
you,
shoot one back to
3,
you.
would you do it? If you called and said, let's do this.
You know, it's funny because Ian actually called me after. You know, I love the whole Sharknado thing and what it's done for Ian and what a great opportunity it's been for him. So I did. I live tweeted during the whole movie because I was so excited to watch it. And my 7-year-old loved. She's like, Daddy, let's watch Sharknado. She does this whole voice and this thing. She thought it was hysterical. I'm sure parents at home were like, "What a bad dad you are! You shouldn't watch that movie." But it was, oh my God, she loved it.
You're not
Daddy,
a bad
let's
dad.
watch Sharknado. But she thought it was really funny, and so I was tweeting during the whole thing because it's really important, I think, to support my fellow castmates, and certainly Ian's seeing so much success with that franchise of movies right now. It's really exciting for
You're
him.
getting success as well with your book.
Yeah. My
would be remiss to
memoir
not-
did incredibly well, especially here in Canada. It was on the bestseller list for a long time.
There were some juicy tidbits
so
in
thank
here.
you, Canada. Not really. I just told a bunch of funny stories, and then for me it was really much more about my accident, about my recovery from my accident. I wanted it to be hopefully somewhat inspirational to people who have been through catastrophic accidents like that, or dealing with a catastrophic illness, and I just wanted people to know that those kind of things don't have to define you, and you can overcome those challenges.
I found it to be personal. I feel like I know you because of that book.
Well, that's
what I
good.
think is
That's
cool.
good. That's what a memoir should be.
But you exposed yourself. You didn't just put it out there. You gave a little bit of Jason to it, so we thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
Great book, great message. Season 2 package deal. You know we're going to promote it. We'll let you know when the air dates come September. Congratulations to you and being the ambassador for the Whistler Film Festival.
Yeah, thank you, guys.